Hey folks, it's been a while since my last video, so I wanted to give you an update on the latest feature of the deck analyzer. And if you're paying attention and you look at your account status, it is under the advanced toolkit, it is Auto-Build, which is in super duper alpha. And so one of the reasons I want to get this video out now is so that you can go play with it, especially if you are, if you have the advanced or the ultimate toolkit. If not, go sign up and try it out. Auto-Build, super duper alpha. I want folks to play with it sooner rather than later while it is still garbage. And so you can tell me what's working well within Auto-Build, what's not working well. And let me just show you. Let me show you what's going on. So to use Auto-Build, we're going to start with the skeleton of a deck. I'm going to just start with board control. I'm going to say I want 3 board control type cards by turn 5. And I'm going to want a win condition. I'm going to want 2 of those types of cards by turn 5. We're going to go mono black. So I'm going to want a swamp. I'm going to want, let's say, Bile Blight for some board control. Right? So we're going to tag that board control. I'm going to want Merciless Executioner for board control as well. I like those cards. And then somehow I want it to take inspiration from the Grey Merchant of Asphodel to win the game. If we look at the analysis, we're going to see success rate is 0, land pace is all zeros, makes sense. We literally have 4 cards in the deck. But this is for exactly the circumstance where I have these, 4 cards in mind. I have 2 basic themes. I want to control the board, and then I want to win using some combination of like life loss, life gain, whatever. And then I want to hit a button, and maybe it's not going to build it all the way, but let's see what we get. So if we hit this auto build, it's going to warn us that it is going to make, or it is going to modify this deck. If that's not what we intend, make a copy first. So if you're starting from a deck that you have and you don't want to lose it, make a copy first, because it's going to modify it in place. So now if we come and we hit auto build, I'm building a 60 card deck. So I'm going to hit that button, and what it will do is it will look at the attributes and the text of the cards I've added, and it will try and correlate them against each other within the tactics. It doesn't look at the text of the tactic. It looks at the text and the attributes of the card within a group, and it tries to find things similar to that, and it will then try to balance everything so that we have a reasonable land pace, we have a high success rate, and then, there's sort of like a magic card power heuristic under the covers as well that it's using as sort of a tiebreaker. But here's what we get. We get a deck that it believes fulfills all of these requirements. I can tell you now it's not going to be perfect, but it is an interesting starting point for a deck to take a set of cards that you know and the mechanics of which you like, to put them together and see what we get as an idea. So here we ended up with Legion's End. We can see that it's exiling creatures with CMC 2 or less, and then all other creatures with the same name. You can see that it's picking up on aspects of Bile Blight as board control. Same thing here. You can see that it's picking up on the -2/-2 at least from Bile Blight for board control. Let's see here. Yeah, and it does other things. You can see that it may be focused on this card as an alternative to Bile Blight, because not only does it do this -2/-2, but it has like some other abilities that you could use. Let's just expand these all. Let's see, for win conditions, here's where maybe I'm not quite as thrilled. We can see this is picking up on target opponent losing 3 life and you gaining 3 life, so that same mechanic or a similar mechanic as the Grey Merchant as a win condition, and it's a creature. The Servant of Timuret, or however you say it, you can see that it has the mechanic of opponents losing life and you gaining life. Again, picking up on aspects of the Grey Merchant. If I wanted something a little bit more focused here that really did what I wanted for the win condition, I probably would have had to maybe put some other cards in there that are similar to the Grey Merchant for it to get stronger signals. But like I said, this is super duper alpha. And for being at the state that it's at, for the amount of time I've put into it. I'm pretty happy with what it's doing so far. But before I put more time and effort into this, I really want to know, is anything about this working for you and your decks? And what isn't working? Like, is there anything obvious that the auto build and the analyzer in general needs to be doing to give you that magic button to seed a deck with your ideas and take it from nothing to a successful and well-balanced deck? Let me know your thoughts, put them in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time.